We are live. Hello and welcome to Cricket Adda Presents Wrong One Episode 5. I don't know what Kevin is doing. He thinks this is a Star Sports or a Geo Cinema studio. He's got ready as if Harsha Bogle is going to talk to him. I know I have that qualities and I can be the future Harsha Bogle and all of that is fine, but you have to stay in your limits at the moment. It's just a Cricket Adda studio. It's not the Star Sports or the Geo Cinema or Sony Live studio or a Crick Buzz Live where you will get like expensive food in the breaks and all. But yeah, let's move on and talk about cricket. Just to tell you, today's sponsor is Tide. और कपड़े भी उन्होंने बहुत पांडरे शुभ्र अगर हम बोले मराठी में मतलब इतना साफ कपड़ा है कि टाइड ही कर सकता है स्पॉन्सर और कोई नहीं कर सकता बट कमिंग बैक टू क्रिकेट केविन अ लॉट ऑफ क्रिकेट हैपनिंग दिस वीक फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द एशेज देन द इंडिया वेस्ट इंडीज टेस्ट एंड the talking point is also the women's India Bangladesh ODI series. Lot of controversies around Harmanpreet Kaur. We will get to that and the ACC. Is it the ACC? I don't know. It's the Asian Cricket Council Emerging Asia Cup, where India has put in under 23 players while Soumya Sarkar is playing for Bangladesh A, which is quite strange. But yeah, let's get to the point. First of all, let's talk about the Ashes. It looks done and dusted. Yes, there is still time left on day 5, but with the rain around, I don't see a result being forced by England. It seems to be a draw 2-1 at the moment in favor of Australia, and it's safe to say that Australia have retained the Ashes trophy, isn't it, Kevin?
Yeah, I think so. One will have to sympathize with the English team. They played really good cricket, but I think with the weather having the final say, and no way of England looking to bowl another 40-50 overs, and if required have to bat another 20-30. I don't see the game proceeding further. So similar to I think 2013 Ashes as well, when Australia were in a good position, but the rain intervened and England were able to draw to retain the Ashes. I think this series as well, England has slipped a bit, and Australia will retain the Ashes. So I think going into the fifth Test match, all that England can do is to ensure that Australia do not win back the Ashes. They can just retain them, and yeah, so they can just ensure that their 20-year record of not handing over the Ashes in England is continued.
Surprisingly, we have one viewer watching us, so if they have any questions in the comment section, they can go ahead and ask, and we will try and answer them. But yeah, as you said, and the viewer has lost. We have lost the viewer. It's same as our bank balance, zero. Kevin tries to charge 10 CR for one episode, but the fact is that nobody's paying him at the moment. But yeah, coming back to the Ashes, I think this was one of the test matches where we literally saw what we call baseball cricket. Australia getting 3-1-4 or 3-1-7 in the first innings. Everybody scoring a 50, almost everybody scoring a 50, whether it was Marnus, Mitchell Marsh, even David Warner got a start, Smith got a start. I think even Stark gave some scored some runs and 3-1-4, 3-1-7, whatever the exact score was, seemed like a decent score. But then, geez, that post lunch session on day 2 was some terrific baseball cricket from England. Zach Crawley and Moeen Ali started it. Joe Root joined them. Ben Stokes, Harry Brook getting their respective 50s. And then to end the innings, it was mayhem from Johnny Bairstow. Absolutely brilliant batting. 99, deserved 100. Unfortunately, Jimmy Anderson getting out, getting a lead of over 250 runs. And unfortunately, as you say, England couldn't win this test match because of the rain. But I think England deserved to win. Zach Crawley, let's focus on him. Doesn't score a lot of runs, doesn't score runs consistently, that's a better term I would say, but whenever he scores runs, we have seen that if he gets going, he can score big and score quick as well. And in a sense, people call him the torchbearer of baseball cricket because McCallum has backed him a lot. They have changed the second opener. It was Alex Lees. Now they have come on to Ben Duckett, but Zach Crawley has been a constant even if he hasn't scored runs. So your thoughts on Zach Crawley's innings? He was due for a big one and he did get a big one. Having said that, the stats show that he wasn't in complete control of the innings. Like the control percentage still is 100, was like 64%, which is like way below par. So yeah, he was lucky. He got a lot of inside edges, outside edges, missed a few, played and missed a few. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's the score that matters. 180 odd runs, 500 plus runs for England. Incredible batting, isn't it?
Yes, it was, and it was the kind of innings that he played. It completely demoralized the Australia bowling attack, and I think uh, like for when you're building a test team, like it's unlike a T20 team where you pick a player of this caliber, saying that if he's uh, that I can have 10 players who give me consistent performances, but my 11th player will have that kind of like an X factor. This is kind of like the approach that England and under Stokes and McCallum have taken, and that is the main reason why they have gone to back. They've gone so far as to back Zach Crowley, because on his day he can completely demoralize the attack. I don't think it was the amount of runs that he got were that changed the game. The manner in which he got, and despite I don't think England. I don't think England felt like he was just going to get out, because Australia seemed completely bamboozled. They had no backup options to maybe if they had a spinner in Todd Murphy, maybe they could have thought like maybe a top edge and it would like the ball would fly to the keeper. But besides that, he didn't give them any chances. Like there were edges, but it wasn't like any drop catch or something like that. And the shots that he played, they were really good. And what helped him was to have a player of the class of Joe Root batting alongside. And Joe Root has just shown like the how versatile he has been. And uh, I was just reading a post questioning whether Virat Kohli is the goat of the Fab Four because he plays all three formats. But and considering Joe Root and Steve Smith do not play as much as T20s, I just want to say that it's not that Joe Root can't play T20s, but it's just that he prioritized Test cricket and ODI cricket much more. And if he wanted, he could easily fit in, but because he's that skilled a player, yes. And it was I don't think without Joe Root that partnership would have been as effective as it was. But yeah, whatever we saw in that post lunch session, it was incredible. It was an incredible display of cricket.
Yeah, absolutely. 178 runs in 25 overs, scoring at a run rate of 7 plus per over, which is incredible because we don't see that in ODI cricket as well. And they did it in Test cricket, especially against a bowling attack consisting of Pat Cummins, Mitchell Stark, and Josh Hazelwood. As you said, probably they did miss a spinner, Todd Murphy. We don't know how good Todd Murphy is, especially when the conditions are not suiting him. Yes, he did well in India, but we all know how the pitches were in India. It's like it was turning square from ball one. So you expect the spinner to do well. Having said that, they could have they tried Travis Head, but obviously he is not like a huge quality bowler, and got smacked for 48 in his 6 overs. So yeah, but yeah, also talking about Harry Brook, I think the consistency this guy is showing. Last match as well got a 50. I think even in the first test he got a 50. He's consistently scoring runs. He has had a fantastic start to his test career. Yes, he completely failed in the IPL apart from that century against Kolkata Knight Riders, but in Test cricket, the pitches are helping. The way England are playing is helping. But having said that, you have to keep scoring runs, and he's doing it for his team. So just a quick word on Harry Brook and then Johnny Bairstow's mayhem innings, if you could like talk about it, because that was some incredible hitting at the end of with Jimmy Anderson. He definitely deserved a century. He shouldn't have taken that single. We were watching it together, if I'm not wrong, and he took that single on the third or fourth ball, and then James Anderson couldn't rotate the strike and just got LBW. So yeah, just a couple of words on Harry Brook and then Johnny Bairstow. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think I was surprised that I thought Stokes and Brook would come out and they would uh, they would completely bat the opposition out of the game. But I think they took a very serious approach. I think they were around. I think they scored 33 runs in 11 overs or something like that towards end of close play. I'm not sure, but yeah, they slowed down a bit, and I was a little surprised because this was a time where I felt that they could have and should have gone a little more hard, because the Australian attack was completely tired out. You had three, and this is not a like you can say depleted Australian attack. This was their best lineup that they put together. You had Green, you had Stark, Cummins, and Hazelwood. And to add to it, you had Mitch Marsh, who did pretty well in the last game as well with his bowling. So I was expecting that they would go a little bit hard, but yeah, they slowed down over there, and I was a little surprised. But they got the run, so it was a good performance overall. And I think England did everything that they could have done. If you had to criticize whether they had the declaration, could the declaration have come earlier, or could they have played? I think my only small, but like you can say, kind of like an issue was towards the end it didn't go like after the you can see the tea session, that small partnership that Stokes and Brook had. I think maybe they could have been a little more aggressive because Australia were completely tired out. But I understand maybe they didn't want to collapse, so it makes a it evens out at the end. If I don't think if you would asked England if they had a if they would want to do it wanted to play this test match in a different way. I think they did the best that they could have done. I like a lot of critics would say they themselves are to blame for being two for entering the fourth test being 2-1, and maybe the first two tests they should have shown a lot more character. But I think we're forgetting that Mark Wood was not completely fit for the first two games, and he only made his comeback in the third test. And for some reason, Chris Wokes was not backed ahead, and I understand the fact, like, because you had to back Anderson and Broad for the quality that they bring through and the reputation that they have. Maybe England there slipped a small trick, but yeah, I think the decision to pick Moeen Ali, I think, has shown has reaped its rewards. It'll be sad that they couldn't retain the Ashes with his skills. But yeah, good. I'm happy that he got his 3,000 test runs as well as 200 test wickets. He's been a very underrated player. But yeah, he's been a real good force when it comes to white ball cricket for England.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he has picked up some crucial wickets, whether it's Marnus and Smith in the last Test match, which turned the game, and even in this Test match, coming in at number three, scoring that 50 was very crucial because England had lost the early wicket of Ben Duckett. Apart from that, Stuart Broad, the legend, reaching 600 Test wickets. Now he is, I think, just the second fast bowler to reach 600 Test wickets after Jimmy Anderson, because Glenn McGrath was the third on the list with 563 test wickets. So yeah, I definitely is not catching up with Jimmy, is what I think. Jimmy is on 689. We all hope that he could get 700 this series, but it doesn't seem to be the case, because with just one test remaining, and if Jimmy retires after this series, then we might not see him get to 700 test wickets. But yeah, he has been a fantastic test bowler as well. But it's very sad that England couldn't win this test match because of the weather intervening, as Kevin said. 2-2 was on the cards, and then it would have been set up perfectly for the decider in Oval London. But even though, having said that, there is still a fifth test match, and as Kevin said, England would look to level the series and hope that Australia can't win away Ashes, even though they have retained the Ashes trophy. Moving on to the next test match, which is India versus West Indies. India batting first, winning the toss and batting first. I think, in fact, I think West Indies won the toss. They opted to bowl first, but yeah, Rohit and Jaiswal getting 50s, and then number four, Virat Kohli getting his 76th international ton and 29th test century. He was pretty much in control throughout the innings. Unfortunately, got run out on 121. Jadeja scoring a 50 and Ashwin scoring a 50. India getting over 400. But at the same time, West Indies have put up a strong show. Yes, they're 7 down currently, but time is running out for India, as today is the fourth day of the test match, and India need to bat again and then again get West Indies bowled out for a cheap score if they want to win this test. Kevin, how do you see this test panning out? Do you see a result in favor of India, or do you think that there is not enough time for a India win and we could go towards a draw?
No, I think there's pretty much a lot of time in the game. How I am not sure how the weather forecast is. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
it's as bad as it's in England at the moment. But yeah, I think even 60 overs I think should be enough. Should be good enough for India to bowl out West Indies in the fourth innings, and they already have a lead of around 190 to 194 to be precise. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm presuming that in the next Maybe I think India has the capability to bowl out West Indies for under 270. I think 270 is pretty. So
Yeah, I think eighth wicket has fallen now. Siraj has got his third. So yeah, 270. So that's another 25 runs you're saying. So that's around a lead of
but
160, 170. Yeah, and
so
then score 200 quickly.
yes, I think 250 should be enough. Should, having West Indies batter and like you can say maybe 2 3 sessions and even trying to chase 300. I think that'll be a good contest. But yeah, but and India has the players, and I'm very excited to see. I want to see Ishan Kishan because I think I'm expecting India to go hard for the run. So they are the players that I'm looking forward to see is Rohit Sharma because he can be aggressive. You have Ishan Kishan for the matter; he's been picked, and yeah, these are the two players. I'm keen on seeing whether Ishan Kishan gets a promotion above Ajinkya Rahane, which will tell
Yeah,
us
I mean he's the vice captain of the team. I don't know why.
yeah. It's interesting because yeah, no comments because if you get even if we had got like 150, 200, 300 runs in the series, I don't know what value would that hold because this attack is yeah, especially the pitches. I think the attack is pretty good, but the kind of pitches has completely neutralized their strength. And I think what West Indies is trying to do is they are encouraging their batsmen to play on flat wickets so that
Mm-hmm.
their confidence is encouraged, but it's costing them the bowlers because none of these besides Joseph, I don't think these bowlers are on the are in their you can say that most of them are in their late 30s for that matter. And
Correct,
it's
correct.
a little disappointed with the way to see the way Joseph has played actually, and he's been leaking runs, and this hasn't been any consistency for that matter. So I wish him luck, and let's see what happens.
True, but one player who has been impressive on his debut, it was Jaiswal in the first test. It's Mukesh Kumar in this test. He had a fantastic Ranji Trophy, and then he was picked for all three formats, which is quite strange. But yeah, he definitely deserved a call up for the test series, and he has done quite well in his debut test so far. Picked up his first wicket yesterday and picked up his second wicket today. So 45 runs, 2 wickets so far in 16 overs. So that's good. That good figures. He has bowled tight, bowled well, bowled with decent pace. We saw him in the IPL, but yeah, T20 doesn't seem to be his format, or even white ball doesn't seem to be his format. It's the red ball which suits him more. So yeah, definitely a bowler to look out for in the near future on how he develops and how he goes from place to place, because I don't see him playing much in India with Shami and Siraj and Bumrah if they are available. But definitely he could be thought of as a fourth seamer in overseas conditions. Definitely not like a- as early as I am saying, but yeah, definitely with the South Africa series coming up, we might see Mukesh Kumar back in the squad. So yeah, definitely a player to watch out for. So that's for the India versus West Indies test series. The once this test ends, I think we have the ODI series which starts on 27th. Just let me check the schedule. Yes, it starts on 27th on Thursday, first ODI, 9:30 a.m. EST, which is good for us, which seems like a day game in India. It used to be like 5 6, not even 5 6, I think 10 years ago, 2013 used to have 9:30 starts. After that, once day night ODI started in India, it was always a 1:30 p.m. start, never a 9:30 a.m. start, isn't it, Kevin? If you would remember those days, early morning start for a one day international, very rare nowadays. We don't see early mornings in India. I
Sorry, I
think
lost you
Kevin
there.
is I think Kevin is confused with all the timings. He has to like manage 17 time zones. He has three of his friends in Ireland, two in Birmingham, seven in India, and 12, I don't know, in California, who are like 3 hours behind. So he's like managing 27 time zones at the moment. So he's just confused कि मैच कितने बजे और किधर चालू हो रहा है. Do
Yeah.
you know that the World Cup is happening in India, and the start timing is 4:30 a.m. So you have to wake up at around 4 a.m. because we'll be live on Cricket Adda.
I thought we were booking tickets for the match. No, but
Which World Cup?
I thought you had a friend who was going to help us reserve a. a hotel in the
Yeah, so the thing is that people are booking hospital beds and hotel rooms in Ahmedabad. We have a accommodation. If you want, you can contact us. I have an accommodation in Ahmedabad who is allowing us to live for free. Just that he is not sponsoring our match tickets, but that's not an issue. The issue was the accommodation, especially with people booking hospital beds for a India Pakistan game on 15th October, which is quite, I mean, unbelievable. Kevin, would you book a hospital bed?
no, of course not.
Yeah, we because we
I
are
think we can
anyways.
rent a car. No, don't mind.
Yeah, I think sleeping in the car is a better option than.
Yeah.
Why are people booking hospital beds? Even I don't know. Yeah, but moving on to the women's
There
cricket
are
now.
cute
The
nurses in the hospital.
sorry.
How I wish there were cute nurses in the hospital.
Oh, I think the word cute is banned on this stream. If you remember, you can use the other word, but cute is definitely banned. Which word is banned?
Cute.
When I say it's banned, don't use it. But yeah, moving on to the India
We'll
woman
edit
was.
this segment out.
Sorry.
We'll edit this segment out.
Yeah, we can edit this out. This is live if you don't know on YouTube. But the fact is that nobody's watching it, so we can say anything. That's the beauty of our stream, that absolutely nobody's watching it apart from two of us. Yeah, moving on to the India woman versus Bangladesh woman. And before the series started, it seemed as if India women should be the clear favorites to win the series, but that's not the case. The series has been tied because India won one game, Bangladesh won one game, and the third game was tied. And that was the game where all the controversy started. So India scored 225, Bangladesh scored 225, but that's not the case. Harmanpreet Kaur, while batting, was given out LBW. Now she has gestured, like if you have seen that clip, I can't show it on our stream because we don't want any copyright strikes. Our monetization will stop, as if we have any monetization. But yeah, so if you see that clip, Harmanpreet Kaur is trying to show her bat, saying that it hit the bat. But now nobody sees that the first slip has taken the catch. So irrespective of whether it's caught, whether it's LBW, it is out. And Harmanpreet Kaur, who doesn't agree with the decision, smashes the stump. First mistake, unacceptable behavior on the field. She smashes the stumps and leaves the ground. After that, there is a post-match presentation where she unleashes herself and holds back no words and says that there was some pathetic umpiring from the umpires. Next time when we come to Bangladesh, we will be ready for such umpiring. And she also goes on to say that our High Commission, India High Commission, was present at the match, but you didn't invite him in the post match presentation. These are the three comments which are again like too harsh, I would say. I think she's crossing the line there. And then the most important clip which has surfaced today on Twitter, in fact, yesterday night in India, yeah, yesterday evening in India and today morning here, is that Harman, while the trophy was being shared, I think Kevin, you saw that clip today, that while the trophy is being shared, she calls out the Bangladesh captain, saying that why are just you standing here? You didn't tie the match. It was the umpires who tied the match for you. Can we call the umpires and have a photo with them? Once again, unacceptable behavior, absolutely disrespectful. And having said that, the Bangladesh team left the team photo, or whatever that trophy photo is, and went in the dressing room. Kevin, your first thoughts on it? Obviously we will get more views on this as it develops, as the story develops, but from what the clips have surfaced, from what we can see on camera, this looks absolutely unacceptable. Yes, you're the captain and you can't behave like that, especially on a cricket field.
Yes, exactly. Because when you're wearing the Indian jersey, you're actually representing your country, and this is now not how India would expect their Indian women's team captain to represent them on such a big stage. And no matter what happens, how bad the decision was, and even if it costs them the World Cup final, I think you can have the rush of blood, and you can be frustrated with the decision, and I can understand the stump shattering thing, but to hold on to that and to get into the post-match presentation and to make it known to the opposite captain, because the opposite captain had nothing to do in that. It wasn't her fault. Yeah, so it's the umpires. So if she had an issue with the umpires, she should have spoken to the umpires as well. And I've been involved in multiple like these controversies where if there's an issue between two people, you engage in a third party, and it completely blows out of proportion. So I think what she should have done is, if she had an issue, she should
Which issue were you part of? Which issue were you part of?
the I don't know what is it called. Yeah.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So if she had an issue or or a conflict of interest with the umpire, she should have made it known to the to her manager, and that way they should have informed the match referee for the same. But yeah, you have disrespected the opposing captain and her entire team with that kind of a gesture. I think it's completely unacceptable, and I hope it's she's brought the game to disrepute, and she's also brought a bad light onto Indian women's cricket. And I think I hope that she's punished for that. Maybe a 2 or 3 match ban, I think, should actually be looked into, because that's not how you would want Indian women to be playing the game of cricket.
Definitely, definitely. Do you think that her captaincy is in question, or that's a step too far to take ahead at the moment? Because what do you think?
Uh, it's I haven't followed women's cricket that much. I don't know how
Mhm,
good a
mhm.
captain she is. Like, so it's difficult to say. If the team feels that that she's ruined her team culture with the kind of a gestures or something, and they're embarrassed or something, then I think maybe you would want her to step down. But in case of that her team backs her actions and they feel that whatever she did was right, then I think there's an issue. Yes, because then roaming her out is going to cause an unrest within the team, and whoever comes and replaces her is not going to have that kind of backing from the team that she had. So I think it's a tough question to say, because uh, if they remove the captaincy from her, I think they're going to give it to Smriti Mandana.
Yeah, yeah,
So, and I'm not sure how good a captain has Smriti Mandana been. The good thing is for India's women, I think that we've had this women's IPL thing, and I think we're going to see a lot of
yeah.
players going to be groomed as captains for that matter. And so let's see how that goes about. But I don't think that she should be. You need to sit down with her and you need to ask her like what was spoiling, and if she apologizes and admits a mistake, and she reaches out to the opposite captain, and you can say men's issues, then I think she has every right to stay in power. But in case if she doesn't do any of that,
Yeah.
then I think you need to ask her to step down.
Yeah, like if you go and apologize to the opposing captain, then that should work. In most of the times, that should work, but sometimes it doesn't work out. Uh,
Yeah.
but coming back to the India West Indies series, I said that the Thursday is when the ODI series starts. So just quickly, if we could make the playing 11 for India before the first ODI, I think Rohit Sharma opens with Shubman Gill and Virat bats three. That's definite there. Let's keep the number four spot open at the moment. Number five is your wicket keeper. KL Rahul used to be there, but now I would go with Sanju Samson. Kevin, we don't need to ask Kevin because Sanju Samson is 1 to 11 in his first 11. Isn't it, Kevin?
No, I back him. Like, he's a good player, and I think
Mm-hmm.
he has the game, just that he's not been packed enough. Yeah, and I feel like even if he's a kind of player that if you wanted him in the squad, you can float him anywhere within your side.
Yeah, yeah,
Have him at 4, you could have him at 6, you could even have him open the batting. He has the kind of game. It's just that you're not backing him enough.
yeah.
And yeah.
So yeah, for five, Sanju Samson. The fourth spot is open, as I said. It's either Ishan Kishan or Kevin Williamson. Kevin once again receiving messages from a lot of fans. Have we lost Kevin? Hello, Kevin.
Yeah, yeah, I can. I'm there.
Are you opening the squad? I will just tell you the squad if you want the squad.
No, no, I was not opening the score. I think I lost internet connection. Yeah. So we're
Okay,
discussing
yeah.
number 4, and I think it's
Yeah. Number four has two options at the moment. It's either Surya Kumar Yadav or Ishan Kishan. Who are you going with?
hmm, it's difficult. Like, if I'm backing Sanju Samson to play in the side, then I wish Surya Kumar Yadav is the number 4.
Yeah, even I agree with you.
Yeah,
Six
but
is Hardik Pandya. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but I think like it depends on what India wants to do now. The very fact that they backed him in the test side, that means they want to fast track him into limited overs cricket, because India has this fascination with left-handed players, and I think what we're going to see is something which I'm a little afraid of. I don't want to see Ishan Kishan bat at 5 and Surya Kumar bat at 4. Both.
No, I don't think that's happening. I think Sanju will get the nod ahead of Ishan Kishan. Even though I agree with what you're saying that India has a fascination with left-handers and all that, but skill-wise, I think Sanju should get a nod ahead of Ishan Kishan. Even though Ishan has a double hundred in one day, but that's opening the batting and opening is blocked in. Yeah.
Yeah. Why I'm saying is that because you we know the structure that Indian team is going to go with. You're going to have
Hmm.
two backup players. Are you going to go, who are your two backup players? Is it going to be Ishan Kishan and Surya Kumar Yadav, or is it going to be Ishan Kishan and Sanju Samson, or you want Surya Kumar Yadav and Sanju Samson? So it's based on that combo that you want to pick these two slots.
Yeah.
So that's what is I would like to know. What is your opinion on that? Whom do you
No,
think
I
then?
think India should stick with Surya at 4, Sanju at 5, because once the original players are available, it's going to be Shreyas at 4 and KL at 5. And then you can have Sanju as your backup player because he doubles up as a wicket keeper, doubles up as a middle order batter, and as you said, he can float around, open the innings as well. So Sanju will make the squad for me, depending on how he performs. But if he like does decently in the next upcoming 5 to 7 ODIs where Rahul is not available, he keeps getting those 2 350s every 5 7 games, then he will definitely be there in the squad. And Sanju, with all his skill and talent, should be there. I am not going in with Ishan Kishan at the moment because, as you said, that he even in the IPL he got to open the innings 7 matches at Wankhede. You consider Chinnaswamy as well. Consider a flat Mohali wicket. Even one more is a flat. Eden Gardens is a pretty decent batting wicket. In fact, a very good batting wicket. So that's 10 flat wickets, and still he didn't manage to score 500 runs in this IPL. Ishan Kishan, and it's not as if he's coming in at number 4 when his team is 24-2. The ball swinging around. He's opening the innings. The ball is coming onto the bat nicely. Wankhede, as you said, 7 matches. There's like 3 to 4 50s there clearly, but he hasn't like got it. He's blown hot and cold in the IPL. So yeah, even in the ODIs, whichever he has played, it's that one double hundred, and apart from that, I haven't seen him do like anything significant. So yeah, and he is not a middle order player for me in the one day format. He opens the batting or he's not in the team. So yeah, Sanju at 5, Surya at 4. You go in with Hardik at 6, Jadeja at 7. That leaves your four spots 8, 9, 10, 11. I think Siraj is one of your bowlers. Kuldeep is your spinner. So that's two spots remaining. Uh, would you go in with another spinner or you're going in with two more pacers because Jadeja is already there. Kuldeep is your second spinner. The other pacers available in the squad are Shardul Thakur, Umran Malik, Jaydev Unadkat, and Mukesh Kumar. I think Umran Malik plays. Umran Malik plays as the second seamer alongside Mohammad Siraj. Now the third player depends on whether you want a spinner or a pacer. If it's a spinner, I think it's Aksar. If it's a pacer, I would say it's either Shardul or Jaydev Unadkat. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's a tough selection actually. Yeah, if India wants, I think they would pick three spinners, and I
Three
think
spinners, okay.
two pacers, and I'm not sure that I see Umran Malik playing only in place of the third spinner, because I don't back Umran Malik to bowl in the power play. I don't back him to bowl in the death overs. So if you're going to pick Umran Malik, you have to pick him as a third pacer. So it's like a tough selection. So if in case India's picking Umran Malik for that X factor, because I think they have a slot for him to fit in as a fourth seamer, backup fourth seamer, which I don't think is the right move at this stage. But yeah, if they do so, then I'm expecting
So
Shardul.
yeah, I have got the 11 here. Now suggest the changes here. You're saying that it's three spinners, then it's Jadeja, Aksar, Kuldeep. Obviously, Aksar can bat up as well. But if you're saying it's not, it's two paces, then Malik can't be your second pacer. You're saying because he doesn't bowl in the power play.
Yes.
So who do you go in with? Is it Shardul or Jaydev Unadkat? I think Shardul will get the nod.
Yes, because he has bowled some overs in the death, and he's looked good with his you can say off cutter. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, so I think I don't know. I changed it. I don't know. It didn't get edited. Maybe yeah, but as you say, it could be Thakur then. Yeah, yeah. But that's the 11. That's the probable 11 which we are going in with. So let's see how it goes. Apart from that, I think the Australia England for fifth test will be happening next week as well. So that's something which we will discuss in the upcoming podcast as England, West Indies are 9 down. Siraj getting his fourth wicket. So, as we say, probably around the 270 mark, India would be looking to dismiss West Indies and then score quickly 250 runs and then try to bowl out West Indies again in the fourth innings. But yeah, as you say, England, it's still raining in England, so I don't see any cricket happening today, and that should be Australia retaining the Ashes. Josh Hazelwood in the press conference had mentioned that hopefully, if there is some rain around, we could draw the test match, and they are going to draw the test match, is what it seems, because it's like time is running out, and there isn't enough time for England to bowl out Australia and then bat, because the lead as well is just 61 runs trail, if you could say. But yeah, apart from that, the Asia Cup schedule has been announced. A quick discussion on that. A few matches will be played in Pakistan, and India is playing in Sri Lanka. And as usual, the ACC, Asian Cricket Council, has done it in such a way that if things pan out as they are thinking, India and Pakistan will play three times in the Asia Cup. Once on 2nd of September, then in the Super Fours, and then if both the teams reach the final, then in the final as well. Kevin, any special plans for the Asia Cup? Do you think we can do a weekly podcast during the Asia Cup as well and discuss how it's going?
When is the schedule for that? It's in September something or?
Yeah, September first week. I think 2nd September is when India play Pakistan for the first time in the Asia Cup. I think it's 1st September or 31st August is when the Asia Cup starts. So yeah,
Yeah, I think so. I think so. We can do something.
I think we can do that in person as well, because we will be in the same area. We can't reveal that area because then our fans will come in and right, Kevin, like they just make a mob, and then we have to. There can be a stampede, and also like we can't handle all that stuff. We will have to call the police
Security.
and yeah, security, and also yeah, and we don't like. I mean, कॉल करने पे आते नहीं है आजकल सिक्योरिटी, मतलब मैंने परसों कॉल किया तो मेरे को मैसेज आया योर बैलेंस इज लो, सो so yeah, but yeah, we will definitely do that in person. This is going to go on weekly, which is quite spectacular from our side that we have maintained the consistency each Sunday. Fifth episode now this is of Wrong One, and Kevin is trying to try increasing the budget. I don't know, each and every episode is increasing the budget and wearing expensive clothes. आज का कॉटन किंग का है शायद, नेक्स्ट टाइम का पता नहीं किसका होगा, लेकिन महंगे महंगे कपड़े पहन के अगर आप आओगे, उससे व्यूअर्स तो नहीं बढ़ रहे, ना कि आपका पेमेंट बढ़ रहा है। हालाँकि कोई बात नहीं, क्रिकेट की बातें ज़रूर बढ़ रही है। I think that's it for tonight then. Wrong One episode 5. Kevin, if you have anything else to discuss, yes, the MLC is on, but I don't know, Sling is not showing half the matches. I'm shocked that only couple of matches were shown, and then they have not shown any of the matches, right, Kevin?
Yeah, it's disappointing. Like, I think we'll have to watch them. We'll have to go and watch the games live. I think they're compelling us to do this.
Yeah, that's the only option now. The some of the matches are happening at Mooresville, which is like 15 minutes away from where Kevin stays. Unfortunately, I revealed his location. Just please don't make a crowd there. Yes, everybody wants to see Kevin and all, but yeah, we can like have the special meetups later on. Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Once again, Wrong One episode 5 sponsored by Tide. कपड़ों से पता चल रहा होगा केविन के, मेरे तो काले हैं, तो मैं तो टाइड यूज करके भी कुछ फायदा नहीं है. Yeah, those who were watching this episode, please do like, share, and subscribe, and we will be back next week with another episode of Wrong One, a weekly cricket podcast. Thank you very much, Kevin, for joining, and thank you for all the viewers who watched this. Thank you.